Hi, Soul Family. This is Sandy. I'm coming to you from my living room, and I am going to talk about self-worth today. Self-worth is self-love. That's your whole enoughness vibe, right? That's your whole, am I enough? Or, hell yeah, I'm enough. It is self-worth, self-love, enoughness. Okay? Hi, say hi. I have comments on. Hang on, let me turn comments on. Nope. Yep, comment and let me know you're here and join in the conversation. This is a wonderful conversation to have. So I want to talk about the consequences of low self-worth, okay? Everybody's felt depressed or anxious or has experienced some kind of struggle at some point in your life, right? Okay, give me some emojis if you are, tap the heart, tap the thumbs up. If you can feel that, you have like this nagging sense of failure or not good enough, right? Like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. Or, oh, I don't have that kind of talent. Or I'm not smart enough. Or, I'm not blank enough. That is the whole self-worth thing. So, how do we improve that? How do we improve low self-worth? But first, let's talk about what happens if we're stuck in a pattern of low self-worth. If we're stuck there, we find depression. We find some people may find alcoholism. Some people may turn to drugs, substance abuse. Some people may turn to other addictions like shopping or hoarding, or even sex is an addiction. There are so many things that low self-worth, that not enoughness creates for us. And it comes from a place of lack. Okay? I have a really good story for this. So, the consequences of low self-worth can be absolutely devastating, absolutely huge. Okay? Like, you don't want to get that dream job because you don't think that you're blank enough, right? Good enough. So, before I talk about all of the different habits and different thoughts and different patternings that we can teach ourselves to be enough, to recognize our self-worth, I just want to tell you about a little story about a game I know called musical chairs. Okay, give me some emojis, thumbs up, hearts if you ever played musical chairs in your life, right? Yeah. So musical chairs, it's a fun game. We play it as a kid, right? Classic party game. So what do? You set up all these chairs, right? Do you remember the very, very, very first time you ever played musical chairs? Okay. You set up all these chairs, or your teacher sets up the chairs, or wherever you are, and they put on this really awesome, fun music. And you're having a good time, and you're like, oh, heck yeah, party. And you're having fun, and your friends are having fun. And all of a sudden, you're dancing around the chairs, having a great time. Great, great time. And then all of a sudden, the music shuts off, and everybody sits down. And then you look around, and one person doesn't have a seat. And that one person goes off and sits down, and you're thinking, oh, well, what just happened? We were just having fun. We were just everywhere, dancing and playing and, having a great time. And now my friend doesn't have a seat. Where'd that go? And then you realize the consequences of that game. You realize the consequences. So the next round, you're not having as much fun. You're paying more attention to who's near the seats. You're paying more attention to if you're going to get a seat or not. Because now your goal has changed from having fun to staying in the game. Okay, this is a musical chairs example. So now that whole childhood innocence, when you're super little first playing, has been lost. And you are learning a very, very valuable lesson about lack. Okay? Lack is something that is ingrained in us when we are super young, and we're taught to fear it. We're taught to be afraid of not enoughness. If I can't get that chair, if I can't get that seat, I'm not enough. I don't want to be a loser. Gosh, please don't make me a loser. So then what do? Your friend could be going for the same chair that you are, but you will hip check them right out of the way to get your butt in that seat, won't you? Yeah, I know. So this feeling comes over you, and you're taught that from a super young age. And all of a sudden, you're being mean to your friends. You're hip checking them to get to that seat before they do. We're taught lack. We are taught to have low self-worth from the very, very beginning, even through the childhood games we played, right? Duck, Duck, Goose, musical chairs. I could go on and on. But the consequences of low self-worth can be huge. And what does that game teach us? Musical chairs teaches us to fight for our spot. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to fight for your spot. You don't have to fight. You don't have to struggle. It's not a struggle. It's an energy shift, okay? So shifting your energy from a place of, low vibration to a place of high vibration attracts better things, attracts great things to you. So, some things that you can tell yourself to help you work on your self-worth is give yourself permission to be loved. Give yourself permission. Say, I am worthy of love. Put your hand over your heart right now. Right now, okay? Take a deep breath. Say, I am worthy of love. Good. Good. Now, things don't define you. The things that you have in your life, the stuff, the accumulation, that doesn't define you. It's never defined you. It just fills a hole, It's something that other people can say, oh, wow, you have this and you must be great. And then we feel great because we have that. It's the chair for musical chairs. That's your chair. You have this and you're going to show it off. And that's, hey, look, everyone, I have a chair. I didn't lose my seat. I'm great. So does your chair make you any more great than the person who doesn't have a chair? Not in here. So things don't define you, okay? So don't let yourself be caught up in the whole materialistic stuff. So, it's not bad to enjoy the finer things in life. I love some finer things in life, okay? It's not bad to enjoy that. But if you have high self-worth, you can enjoy that without feeling guilty. And there's another element that comes in with self-worth is the feeling of guilt. You can't be successful because it will hurt somebody else's feelings. Or how could you, have more money than so-and-so because, that wasn't the kind of life you came from. It's a mindset shift. And when you are worthy, when you have a feeling that you are worthy of things, you allow yourself to have those things so that you can enjoy them externally. So it's kind of like, making money. If everybody is in a lack, in a place of lack, and they don't have a lot of money, it's struggle, 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 and you want to be able to help other people. So you'll give, your last penny to somebody else, and it's still struggle, 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 and you'll put yourself in a situation that you may not want to be in, that makes your situation worse. But if you allow yourself to, fill your life with success and money, then you can help other people without lowering your vibration, and you can help more people. So, the next thing about self-worth is give yourself permission to feel. Give yourself permission to feel. You are allowed to feel what you're going to feel. I can hear my father right now, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. Right? Give me some emojis if anyone's ever said that to you in your life. Okay? Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. That just told me my feelings, my emotions were less than, that they didn't matter. Allow yourself to have your feelings. Allow yourself to express your feelings because they matter. They really do matter. And we're taught to stuff them down from a young age. Don't cry or I'll give you something to cry about. Some people, with their self-worth, they might feel that they're missing out. It's FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Oh my gosh, wow, I have to attend that event because I have to see that. Or, oh my gosh, I have to go to this concert with my friends because I don't want them talking about it and then I wasn't there to talk about it. You're allowed to miss out. You're allowed to set boundaries. If going to that concert with your friends is going to cause you a hardship, you're allowed to set boundaries and sit that one out. So really, it's not about what happens. It's about how you respond to what happens. You know, People with a really high sense of self-worth simply acknowledge their feelings. They know that they're responsible for their feelings. They know they're responsible for their thoughts and their actions that surround those feelings. They don't stay stuck in victimhood. And that's a whole nother topic, is being a victim. And how easily we allow ourselves to be victimized and to stay in that victim role. We're actually taught, very, very, very deeply taught to stay a victim. It's not that people with high self-worth never feel bad and never get down on themselves. There's an ebb and flow. You have your good days, you have your bad days. The difference is that somebody with a high self-worth who understands how all of this works, who understands how to manage all of this stuff, emotions and expectations and all of that, they know how to handle that. And the difference is just the way they handle it. Okay. And I'll go more into that, but this will go on forever if I tell you those differences right now. But, rather getting stuck in the what's wrong, the people with the high self-worth develop a plan to fix the what's wrong. Okay. In a nutshell. Another thing is do what you love. Do what you love. How many of you want to be in a new job? How many of you want to get out of your current situation? What was your dream when you were little? What did you want to be when you grew up? Are you that? Are you something totally different? Do what you love. Give yourself permission to do what you love. And I can speak more on that. I'll go into my story another day. But I gave myself permission to do what I love. Thanks, Trace. Or Karen, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, it's late. I should have done this earlier in the day. But I gave myself permission to do what I love. So a self-worthy person puts their needs first. It's not selfish. I'll say that again. To put your needs first is not selfish at all. You look for the win-win situations. If I can help this person and they can, feel better, we're both going to win. I'm contributing and they're better, If I take care of myself and I allow myself to express my emotions so I don't go home in a fit of rage and take it out on my husband, I'm a win-win. That's a win-win. That's a, high self-worth. I have a challenge, but here's how I'm going to handle it. And I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to let it affect me. You can see another thing that people are really afraid of is that when people, love you, honey. Yeah. He's like, yeah, don't yell at me. Oh man, I used to, I could rip him a new one. Way, way before. And it just, I don't know. I was directing everything at the wrong person. It wasn't about Mark. But the feeling of being judged, right? I can't do that because they're going to think this. I could never do that because this person will think, fill in the blank. Yeah, guess what? So you're allowed to do things. You're allowed to see yourself in others, because if they're judging you, it is not a reflection of you. It is not a reflection of your choices. It's a trigger for them, and they're experiencing something within them that is causing this reaction to judge you. Either self-limiting beliefs that they've been taught that they're stuck in, or people who have, You know, people who have challenges and they let themselves be stuck in the challenges and they let themselves be consumed by anxiety and depression and a horrible job and a not fulfilling relationship and, you know, everything else. So if people are judging you, it is not you, it is them. You are triggering a feeling in them that they are unhappy with. It is never you. Never, ever, ever. Okay? So don't worry a single minute about what another person is going to think of you or say about you. All right? Grew up with a mom. My mom's still alive. You know, I love her super a lot. She is one of my best friends, and she is so stuck in what will people say? What will they think? Yeah, and I'm like, "Hey mom, I don't care." You know, it's not about me. It's about them. You know, so, you know, she's opened her mind and she's learning some stuff. And you know, it blows their minds because, you know, here's their daughter. I have 2 master's degrees in education. I have one from Johns Hopkins, you know, Ivy League college, right? Dad's super proud of that. Told it to everybody. Okay. My daughter has a master's degree from Hopkins. I don't use it. I don't use it. It was a degree in not reading specialist. It was instructional technology in education. And it is in my repertoire from my past life. You know, I call that my past life because now I do this. And, you know, I've used all of my life experiences to do this. And that degree that my dad was so proud that his daughter earned does nothing for me now. 0. You know, it cost me money. That's all it did. So, you know, and when I changed everything, when I flipped the switch, I believed in something bigger than myself. I believed in something greater than myself. I believed in something that was peppered throughout every single soul in this world. And that was bringing them the feeling of enoughness, helping them stand in their power to realize that I'm in control of my life. No one else can be in control of my life. Yeah, like Mark said, no one's going to be at the end of the road when your life is over, but you. You know, who are you living your life for? And if you put yourself first, everything else is going to fall in line. Everything else is going to be so much more powerful than it would if you continue to live your life for other people. Yes, even your kids, yeah. So you want to be the example, right? You want them to grow up like that, and you want them to be that powerful and that self-aware. So every day, find something to be grateful about. Every day. My husband and I, every night before we go to bed, we write down a list of gratitudes. And we've kept it to 10. Last night I had 12. You can write as many gratitudes as you want to. You know, I am grateful for. And then you just write what you're grateful for. And it can be one word, it can be multiple, it could be sentences, you know, depending on how you feel like writing or not. But share it. And the more you stay in a place of gratitude, the better things are in your life. The better your perspective is, the higher your energy is, the better things come to you. It really is amazing. So just know that, you know, gratitude is one of the most beautiful and easiest things to do to flip up your energy, to get it more high vibe, right? So lastly, I'm going to end with your story. The story that you tell yourself is everything. So what story are you telling yourself? And I'm going to take it one step further. Whose story are you telling yourself? One you've written? One that other people have written for you? One that society has influenced? Or is it totally your story from your heart? So, my website is like super close to done. I have to laugh though because it's not. So if you go on it, and it is sandylaratonda.com, and it will soon be sandrajoy.com. And my head is cut off in a lot of pictures. There are things that are working and not working, but it's coming. You know, it's going to be phenomenal, and it should be like in the next 2 days done. And I am super excited about that. And I am a teacher at heart. You know, I was a high school teacher for 20 years, and now I'm doing this, and I'm still a teacher at heart. I want to make people's lives better. So I created this phenomenal course. It's crazy, crazy good. And it's called Divine Energy and Mindset Deep Dive. Okay. And this course, you know, it's for anyone in any background. It's a square one, start here, life-changing, you know, absolute necessity. And it's all about struggle and overcoming struggle and people struggling because they've allowed themselves to be programmed. Well, you know, when you experience struggle, when you experience scarcity and suffering and failure and constant doubt and stress and all this crap that just comes up for you, you know, you operate in a constant state of dysfunction. And what does that constant state of dysfunction do to you? Makes you sick. You know, disease, break it down, dis-ease, right? My mother gave herself cancer because she was stressed out about moving her life from Somerset to Spring Grove because they're old and I'm the only person who's going to take care of them. So my husband and I moved them down here, their own house, not with us. So it's like, no, that's not going to happen. But, you know, they're down here in a ranch house and a beautiful community and, you know, great neighbors that help with them and take care of them. And, you know, we take care of them. And you know, it was a very, very hard move for them. And my dad didn't want to move. And he was constantly, my dad is the most negative person in the whole world. And he's just mired in it. And therefore, my mother is mired in it because she lives there. So she's feeling extreme guilt because dad never wanted to move, and she's hearing it all the time. And it is so stressful because he doesn't do anything. She does everything. And she created that situation, so I don't feel bad. But she gave herself cancer. She gave herself cancer. She's fine now. You know, doctors got it under control. Perfect. You know, but, you know, the disease, you know, when you operate in that high level of stress and anxiety and everything, you're in a constant state of dysfunction, and that does not do your body, mind, or your spirit any good. You know, it's the scarcity trap. The scarcity trap is like, if you follow all the rules like you're supposed to, then you're going to have a successful life. And if you don't follow all those rules like you're supposed to, then you're not going to have a successful life. That couldn't be more further from the truth if you tried. Okay, that's just one of the self-limiting beliefs that you're going to destroy in this course of mine. So, you know, it's going to help you stop feeling drained. It's going to help you stop feeling trapped. It's going to help you take control of your life and redefine your sense of self-being. You're going to learn what inspires you. You're going to learn what you value. You're going to learn what gifts you bring to this world. And you're going to learn how to change your story from struggle to abundance. And the only thing that we really can do as a human is choose. Our life is filled with choices every day. And that is the one power that you do have, is to choose. So you choose a life of struggle or a life of abundance. I think that's a pretty easy choice. So the thing is, nobody teaches us how to do this. Nobody teaches us. School is all about academia, right? And then college is about academia. And then work is about work. And then if you're lucky, you make it to retirement and you can have a little bit of fun before you die, right? But nobody teaches us how to look at ourselves, delve deep into our soul, and really look at what makes us us. What makes us beautiful. You know, we are a spirit living a human experience. Okay, we're not a human body with a soul. We're a soul in a human body in this earthly experience. Okay? So struggle or abundance, what do you choose? Anyway, this course is packed full. I can't wait to talk about it more. And I'm on Clubhouse, and I have 2 invites. iOS only. So iPhone users, I'll be happy to send an invite your way. Android, they said about 45 more days, but I'll put my contact in here. So if you're on Clubhouse, you can follow me on there. It's a really awesome platform where you just listen to people talk. You can listen to inspirational stuff. You can do breath work. There's topics everywhere, every single thing you could possibly be interested in. There's business mindset groups. There's so much on there, and it is a growing platform. So now's the time to get on, and it's totally free. So, anyway, I'm kind of obsessed with it lately, so I don't get paid to plug them or anything, I swear. But anyway, it's a 7-week course. It starts February 15th. So I'll have more information up on my website. And as soon as all that is good, I will give you more info. So, oh, and for my crystal peeps, I have a delivery coming tomorrow. So I will be organizing, unpacking, sorting all of that, and hopefully have it Friday and Saturday down at the shop, and look for a crystal sale soon. So, yeah. Anybody have any questions before I pop off? I know I hit you with some heavy stuff. I didn't say that my conversations were going to be easy. They're going to be necessary. Sometimes even scary. But you can write down any comments. You can send me a private message if you don't want to talk about anything on this thread. That's fine. I will absolutely talk to you. So yeah, just where's your self-worth? Okay. All right, you guys, thanks for watching as always. And I will talk to you soon, probably tomorrow. Okay. Have a great night. Bye-bye.